me, Sharia, and I was just coming to do a real quick video. So, real quick, I recently got job offered a job, and it's a PRN, so that means as needed, with a hospital as a behavioral health specialist. The pay is great. I think it's like $24 an hour, and it is $2.50 after 3 p.m. and then an additional $4.50 if you work anywhere from 7 p.m. on Friday to 7 a.m. on Monday. So, originally I had applied for a full-time position with the hospital and I didn't get that job, but they offered me a PRN as needed position with the hospital. And I was talking to my husband about it, and this interesting conversation came out of it, and he was like, at what point will you say no? And so he kind of prompted the conversation to seem like I was kind of selling my soul to get out of debt. And so I'll give you the backstory. So
I want to go down.
You want to get down? Okay. So I work in child protective services, and that is a normal 9 to 5 job. I can work on the weekends, but I don't have to meet my clients, and I can work evenings, but I don't have to meet my clients. But obviously, because we get paid for the overtime, I work it when it's feasible. Okay, so that's my full-time job. Then I have a part-time job as a therapist, and from that I make a pretty decent amount of money. So I see clients from I have a 5 o'clock and a 6 o'clock on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then I have a 6 o'clock on Fridays. And I also do a lunch appointment. It's from 12 to 1 on Thursdays and Fridays. And then I work 3 Saturdays out of the month from 9 to 1 doing assessments. So that's usually like 2 assessments. And sometimes I'll, slip a client in there and maybe work till 2 o'clock on Saturdays. And then on Sundays, I try and do the blog and do my YouTube videos. So that is where I am. And I've tried to scale back some because a coworker of mine, when I was telling her how and when I work, she was saying, she made the statement, "Oh my gosh, so when do you spend time with your kids?" And she is one of those moms who doesn't really have to work, but is working to do some things. I don't know what she's doing. She may even be on a debt-free journey. But her whole evening and weekend is dedicated to her kids. And so I wasn't upset that she made that comment, but it kind of made me reflect back on, is this all worth it? And so I made sure to I try to do spend some individual time with my kids every day. So, like, me and my son might go running, and me and the baby boy, we are the only ones who sit at the dinner table together. And then me and my big girl, we like wash our faces and do like some beauty type stuff. So I try to give them like 15 to 20 minutes with just them every day, and then I try to do something with them on the weekends. So, or on my days off. So, my point. So, my question to my husband's question really got me to thinking, like, when will it ever be the end? And I guess like that really depends on me and what dates I have to get out of debt, and at what point do I feel like I don't have to work as hard. And I don't know the answer. I just feel like I should just go as much as I possibly can until either the Lord says, "Sit your ass down," or I am out of debt. And so I feel like in my mind, why not work, 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 work so you can get out of debt faster and then sit down, but at what cost? So, at what point do you make the decision that this is it? Or that I'm not going to do this to get out of debt, or I don't care how much I want to get out of debt, I won't do this. Like, at what point will you make, how do you make that decision? I have already accepted the position because my thought was, as needed, that probably means, as somebody is on vacation, or somebody needs to come in late, or somebody needs to leave early, or something like that. So I'm thinking maybe 10 uh hours a month is what I'm thinking. And I don't even know at this point if I have the discretion to say, no, I can't work that, but I can work this, or if when they need somebody, I have to be the one that answers. I don't know. I didn't get all those details. I just accepted the position. My other reason for accepting the position is because when we are able to lower our expenses, particularly our vehicle debt, you know, I could work just part time. And so this would be the perfect opportunity to go ahead and take at this point, so that I'm already considered or have the experience to apply at another hospital part time. So that is where I am. I'm just trying to figure out, have I already sold my soul to get out of debt, or what? I have some rough draft dates, and I think I shared this in my debt free journey intro video. Um, but I have $1,600 left in credit card debt. Started at $9,200, and I have $1,600 left, and I plan on having that paid. My goal was to have it paid by October 31st, um, but I've decided to push that to November 30th, the last day in November, because, like I said, I'm trying to spend. I took some money from my debt so me and my kids, well, my family and I can have like fun money and go to the movies or eat out one Saturday or something like that. Um, and then starting January 1 or before, since we pretty much have Christmas paid for, um, we will start. Two things will happen. We'll combine our income, and we will start working towards the transportation debt. After the transportation debt, which with the goal of having all the transportation debt, which is about $27,000, paid off by December 2017. And then after that, we will just have our house and my student loans. And I'm still not at the point where I definitely want to pay student loans, or I just want to pay towards them and work towards the loan forgiveness. I haven't made that decision yet. Right now, my payment is $5.49. With my graduate loans, and my undergraduate loans is zero. So, um, I don't know at what point I'm gonna make a decision. I may just not make that decision until the time comes. And then it would be our mortgage. So after the transportation debt, obviously we won't have car notes, and our insurance should decrease tremendously because our cars are paid off. So, that is where I am. At what point do you make the decision? At what point do you say no to extra money? What point? Don't write on anything but paper. I gotta write on paper. Well, get some paper. Don't have some paper. It's my notebook is on the dresser. Notebook. That's the baby boy, the one that was in my lap, supposed to be taking a nap. Yes. So, I don't. So that was my question. At what point do you say no? I'm not doing that. Yeah. Or I won't write that. I have had to make this decision last year around this time. I was writing for a couple of blogs, but I guess as a new blogger, I felt like I was selling my soul because I had to write blogs for 1,000 words and find the images, and I was only getting paid $20. And then I wasn't even getting credit for them. I was like selling them to the blog, and the blog author would put them on the blog as if only she wrote them, as if it was her words. So, I said no to ongoing tasks from there. And then there was another one where we had to come up with a list of like 20 items. And of obviously now I know that she was an Amazon affiliate. So if she even got 10 clicks off of one item that I put on this gift list for $20, she was making twice what she was, well, a whole lot more than what she was paying me, because every article for 20 items was $15. So I stopped writing for both of those blogs altogether. The money came in handy at that point because I was just starting to side hustle, and I had just started to blog, so my name was getting seen. But at the end of the day, it wasn't worth it. So I let those go. Um, so that's just my question. Please give advice if you have any, on how you make decisions on what you will and will not do to get out of debt, and how do you weigh the benefits over the disadvantages if you do. Um, and please comment with any helpful advice at the end, at the bottom, in the comment section. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. And be sure to join me on Facebook, Instagram, and visit my blog. Thanks for watching. Please help out. Bye.